A couple was out in the wild when they encountered a bear. The bear first ate the man's arm and then slowly devoured the remaining parts of all the two couple. Dying slowly is a terrifying thing, but on the scientific pain scale, being eaten alive scores only 10 points, still a bit away from the highest score of 140. Being roasted alive scores 105 points. A worker at a canning factory was checking the oven when his colleagues outside, unaware of his presence, turned it on. By the time others realized he was missing, an hour had passed, and they found him roasted to death in the oven. Burning to death scores 108 points. An elderly woman's house suddenly caught fire. Having just undergone surgery, she couldn't move and called for help. Although the fire department arrived in 14 minutes, the fire was too intense for them to find her immediately. When the fire subsided a bit, they could only find a burned body. Being scalded scores 10 points. A 31-year-old woman from Hong Kong was climbing a volcano in the Republic of Congo. This volcano, which erupted 20 years ago, formed a famous lava lake at its center. Since then, the volcano has been stable, attracting tourists from around the world. The Hong Kong woman wanted to take a close-up photo and daringly climbed the crater's edge. Unfortunately, she lost her footing and fell onto rocks 20 meters above the lava. With several broken bones, she couldn't save herself. The nearly 950-degree heat made it difficult for her to breathe and caused severe burns. The low visibility at the crater made helicopter rescue impossible, and she was slowly scalded to death. Dissolving scores 15 points. A man visiting Yellowstone National Park wanted a close look at a geyser. Never underestimate these geysers. Their water can reach 96 degrees and contains various acidic substances. The man slipped into the geyser and struggled briefly before succumbing. By the next day, his body was almost completely dissolved. Being killed by radiation scores 125 points. A Brazilian scrap collector dismantled a scrapped hospital device and found a glowing powder inside. He gave it to his neighbors to play with, unaware it was radioactive. The powder, known as cesium-137, can be used in medicine to treat cancer. The man's wife, who was the first to come into contact with the powder, began experiencing hair loss and internal bleeding. The most severe case was the neighbor's daughter, who applied the powder to her skin. She was exposed to so much radiation that no medical staff could approach her. She experienced body swelling, hair loss, kidney and lung damage, and severe internal bleeding, ultimately leading to her unfortunate death. The most painful score of 140 is for the so-called death by 1,000 cuts. The executioner would strike the prisoner's chest hard before the execution to block blood circulation, then start cutting. The process had to ensure the prisoner remained alive. If the prisoner died before the execution ended, the executioner would face the same punishment. Due to the process's extreme cruelty, further explanation is unnecessary. Thank you for watching. Give us a comment and consider subscribing to our channel.